I always think about coping skills kind of like brushing your teeth, right? We we don't wait until we get a cavity to brush our teeth, right? We don't brush our teeth one time a week for 28 minutes, so that we get all the minutes in. We did it one time a week, right? We brush them twice a day, for a decent increment to help support ourselves and hopefully not getting them. Now, sometimes we still will, but, at least we probably got less than we would have if we hadn't brushed our teeth. And so I think about coping skills the same way. A lot of times we'll wait until we feel like we need them. And by the time we feel like we need them, usually we're overflowing. And at that point, those coping skills they can't do as much for us. And then we get frustrated and feel like, well, what's the point of doing coping skills? Because it never helps me, is what I hear. And it's like, you're right, when we're overflowing, our coping skills don't help. And we have to kind of wait for the overflow and then collect ourselves and like support ourselves and then move forward. But if we could do those coping skills in little ways, then that's part of how we're bringing our trash can down, you know? And every little bit helps in our trash can. So, not waiting until we feel like we need or our child needs that coping skill, but being able to practice them even if we feel like we don't need them, which is what we do with brushing our teeth. Now, finding coping skills that work for us when we're in the danger zone is so individual. And that's why it's important to kind of practice and try out different coping skills because everybody's different. Some people really need, like, I gotta go get this energy out of me because they need to jump on a trampoline or take a bike ride or take a walk or, throw squishies around or, like truly get energy out. And some people have no energy when they're at that place and they really need that calming, take a warm shower, have, being able to really just have a way of truly soothing themselves, put on a weighted blanket and, put on something, a show that they love and, get a nice, strong hug. And so really being able to practice some of these things with your kids when they're in different stages of their trash can is really important because, you know, we don't know what works for us. We don't know unless we try, right? Just like I don't know what kind of food I like unless I try it. And if I try it, well, I might not like it. It might not work, but that doesn't mean there's not something else that can be helpful there, right? So being able to remember that when we're high in our trash can, we need something kind of bigger. Doing a minute of breathing is not going to do it. If we're going to do breathing, we should be doing 10 minutes, right? And so what I try to say is like when we're at the top of our trash bin, we want to add as many things, coping skills together as we can, right? Maybe I'm doing breathing and I'm, holding a squishy or doing putty, or maybe I'm, holding ice and, having someone talk to me at the same time, right? But being able to pull together some things and we are going to have to do them at a higher intensity. Doing a grounding exercise when I'm high up, which is something like what do I see, what do I hear, what do I smell, what do I taste. I'm about to overflow. I don't even care what I see, hear, smell, or taste, right? So really being able to look at there are more options for our coping skills when we are further down, right? Being able to have, and it is experimentation for your kids and knowing your kid and helping them understand what might help. And again, being okay with them being like, no, I don't want to do that, or that doesn't help me, mom. And being able to not personalize that, but just allow it to be, okay, well, that's one that we're going to put over here then, right? And let's try a different one. And having them help you to be like, okay, let's being willing to try them out.